I was in the gym. I just got out the gym actually. I'm sitting in the parking lot right now. I was doing squats and my pants ripped on me. So yeah. I'm still drawing. I know it's been a while since I last posted an update, but I am still drawing. The whole idea behind this channel was I am teaching myself how to draw through YouTube videos, and this channel was meant to document that journey. And I stopped uploading, but I did not stop drawing. I originally had a reason to go on this hiatus. I was gonna do a 100 days video. It's like, I spent 100 days learning how to draw. Here's my progress. And then I didn't. And I don't know why, but I just stopped recording that video. So instead, I'm gonna yap about what I've been doing for the past 4 or 5 months since I stopped uploading, and talk about the future of what I want to be as an artist. So I honestly didn't really do much. I went to a concert. It's actually my first concert ever. I've been trying to break out of my shell more. I've been very enclosed for the past few years. I'm trying to break out of that. So the first thing I did was go to a concert. I went to a town called Asbury Park, New Jersey, and the town itself is nice. It started raining. I did not have a jacket, so I went to buy a jacket. It was $80. I could have bought the same type of jacket at Walmart for like 15, 20. Like immediately after I bought the jacket, I found a thrift store selling jackets for like 40, 50. And they were much better quality jackets. So I just screwed myself over royally. But the one thing I refused to do was go on the beach, because the beach in Asbury Park requires a seasonal pass. You have to pay to touch sand. The boardwalk is completely free. Just pay for parking and you're good. You have to drop money to touch sand and water. So I did not go onto the beach. I stayed on the boardwalk. I walked around the town, found a cute little bookshop called Asbury Book Collective. And honestly, if I ever go back to Asbury, it's only for the bookshop. That bookstore was the second best part of the whole trip. The first being the concert. The concert was a relatively small artist, nice little niche community called Violent Vera. She has an amazing energy. Like, I was smiling the whole way through. I have never been so excited to be out in public. And I met a couple cool people there, bonded over songs, what we liked about her. Larry. And there was a girl, nice cute girl. She was checking all the boxes for me. Goth girl, Latina, above legal age, which I can rightfully assume because she was being served alcohol. And I did not talk to her. I stayed in my corner by the bar drinking water because I had to drive. I'm gonna die alone. That's basically it for the concert. Next up, I started to really focus more on what I want to be as an artist, which is a comic creator. I want to write and draw comics. So I started doing that. I started researching more comic related stuff, how to sketch and thumbnail and all that. I bought a couple books to help me out with that. One I keep going back to the most is called How to Webtoon by the Starfish Face. If you don't know Starfish Face, she's a comic creator here on YouTube. And that book she made has a lot of great information for comics in general, but she is more focused on webcomics. The second book I got is, I think it's called Making Comics. I forget the actual name, but it's by Scott McCloud. And it's basically a college textbook level book. It has a lot of great information and it goes very in depth. I've been working on my first one-shot comic. It's just a one-shot, one chapter. I'm gonna have another video on it later when it's closer to being published. But I'll give a rundown here. The story is going to be called Rias. It's a superhero comic, and that's what I want to do for my other comics, superheroes. I like superheroes, so I want to write superhero stories. Rias is basically my Superman. That's how I'm treating him. He might not be just one-to-one Superman. He might be, he might not. I haven't fully decided his powers because I'm only focusing on this one chapter. If I go back to him, I might develop his powers more. But for now, he's just strong guy. And again, I'll have more information on him closer to release. That pretty much covers it for the past few months. And like I said, I didn't do much. So let's talk about what's next. Like I said, I want to make superhero comics. And I'm starting with Rias. I have another one-shot pretty much fully scripted out. And it's going to be more story heavy. And those are the only one-shots I've planned. It's only 2. I know a lot of people recommend more one-shots, but I really want to get into the longer stories. I am itching to tell these longer stories, man. Aside from that, I will be going to a convention. I've actually never been to a Comic-Con or anything. And becoming a comic artist, it kind of feels inevitable. So I should probably start going to a few just to see the vibe, see what other people are doing. So I'm going to go to Fan Expo Philadelphia this year. I'll also be cosplaying, which I've also never done. I'll be going as Musaka from Uma Musume Cinderella Grey. It looks like a pretty basic fit, so I should be able to do it somewhat decently. We'll see how it goes. And that pretty much covers everything I want to talk about. Subscribe and follow my Blue Sky. Peace.